So yeah, Sonic Forces, you know the drill, let's go! The game has been out for a few months now, so I got a lot more material to work with. But before I get to that, let's go back to the very start with this fantastic CG trailer.
Good to see the lies are here already, considering nobody who worked on these two games worked on Forces. Just thought I'd mention that.
Whew, did I mention the thing I was excited for most was having the ability to press the slide button a second time to go from a slide to a roll? Now that I think of it, the slide has basically no purpose in this game, other than network terminal. Yeah, anyway. This looks a lot different. Looks like the world's been conquered. Unfortunately, while they try to give us this feeling in the game, it never actually works. Hey guys! What you doing? Dancing? Okay. Too bad nobody's actually, gonna do anything about you. Except that. Which makes no sense, because how do you do that? Say, does anybody feel this game's budget was spent on marketing campaigns and trailers rather than the game itself? Because I'm not one how to tell you how to do your job, Sega, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Say, you should probably use your budget on the game itself. Just putting that out there.
Also, on a side note, I just want to know what this is. Does anyone know what this is? This is the only place we ever see this. I get it, it's infinite, but this 3D thing, what is it?
So, by the next trailer, it seems this is when most people sort of just gave up on this. I mean, customer sees. What demographic of Sonic fans were they trying to reach? Surely no. No. Not the DeviantArt fans! No! Also putting this out there. I'm not talking about people who actually do good stuff on DeviantArt, but you know the ones. I mean, oh, why can't I forget the fan fiction I read? Ah! Also, can't help noticing in all the promotional material Sonic has his modern appearance we've known since 2007, which makes no sense since the game itself features Sonic's newer, not as good design. You know, shorter quills, lighter blue. Did nobody notice? But yeah, this Sonic appeared in Sonic Runners. But I just thought that was an art style of the game. I mean, I don't know. I brought it back in LEGO Dimensions. Speaking of LEGO Dimensions, the Sonic pack was developed around the same time as Sonic Forces. And strangely enough, both games feature the weird saw blade jump ball. I mean, seriously, how do you go from this to this? Call me confused. Well, that's enough for the pre-game stuff. Let's talk about the newer stuff. So I never touched this on my last video, but I can't believe how it slipped my mind. I didn't think of this, but where the hell are the Chaos Emeralds? Did these guys... Oh, Sonic's dead. Let's not get the most well-known and powerful objects to help us. But instead, let's do nothing for 6 months. That seems reasonable. But I'm not going to criticize the story because it already has more holes than a sheet of mesh. Now, as for Super Sonic, the game released without his existence. I mean, sorta. Modders on the PC version found a way to use Super Sonic, who was already implemented and programmed fully, but wasn't accessible, meaning he was in the game the whole time. In the game, unused. I see. No, you don't! Because then we were treated to DLC. What? You're giving us a free download to be able to use Super Sonic? Why exactly? If everything is already in the game, I'm just asking. What exactly am I downloading? That's what I want to know. What's this? Oh, cool! It gets even better! After January, they expect you to pay money for Super Sonic! You can't make this crap up, I assure you! But it's okay. For obvious reasons, the fans weren't impressed with this. And rightfully so, Sega cancelled the paid plans. Dad, they don't want to give us money! They already paid $60 for this game, Jim. But we deserve more money, Anthony! No, we don't, Jim. Oh, okay, just need to breathe. There's nothing wrong with this. I mean, in the 90s, I just had to collect hidden items based on your skills, and it gives you an extra ending. Now all I gotta do is go online and download something and select it in-game. And it's selectable as early as possible. That forces you in the moment you collect 50 rings. I'm sorry if I sound upset. I'm just starting to get a little tired of Sonic Team telling me how to play this game. Turns out there's a lot of alternate object placement for levels. I mean, I'm not 100% on what they were. The level geometry stays identical, but the objects seem different. Sunset Heights features less dash pads, more springs, and taking a look at Mortar Canyon. Holy crap! Dash rings, dash pads, and oh, so many spikes! I mean, if you thought the DLC for hard modes on Unleashed had a spike fetish, something clearly made its way here. I'm unsure if these are beta levels or it's an unused hard mode. I mean, that would explain why hard and normal are exactly the same, except for the ring loss. I forgot about that. But still! Hey, remember how Nullspace had that bit of unused dialogue? Well, it turns out that's not the only one. In level 3 of episode Shadow, I'm constantly confused by the back and forth between Team Dark. It honestly makes no sense at all, but here.
In any case, that Omega sure is a clumsy bucket of bolts, isn't he? Oh, I can't wait to see the look on that smashed up tin can's face.
Are you really Rouge?
Of course I...
This is where Omega was destroyed. But there's no sign of him here.
Sure seems that way. Probably because it never really happened.
Well, doesn't that make more sense? Clearly Infinite has been using the voices of Omega and Rouge to mess around with Shadow's head, instead of, just confusing. Beats me why they cut this piece out. Unfortunately, there isn't much in terms of cut content. I've shown you the most noteworthy of what this game's files have to offer. I kinda wish I could have tried out some of the mods the community have made. Unfortunately, I have it on PS4, not PC. Speaking of, did you know the PC version was ported by Hardlight? And if that sounds familiar, it's probably because that's the company owned by Sega who are known for making mobile Sonic games such as Sonic Dash. You know, the only Sonic game where you can play as, Pac-Man? Angry Birds epic characters? Hello Kitty? And an Android Sonic? Oh my god, are these seriously real crossovers? Oh, this may jog your memory. The game that inspired this! Rightfully so, Hardlight developed a sort of spin-off for Forces called Sonic Forces Speed Battle. Very similar to Sonic Dash in gameplay, the main concept is online competitive mode. This is actually really fun. I can play this for hours except for the fact it drains my iPhone 6's battery and heats it up like crazy. It features all characters from Forces and over time would add more. Come on, Chaos. Come on, Chaos. Ah, Zavok! Literally nobody likes him. Where the hell have you two been during this? It also features a few levels from Sonic Forces, and for some reason, Sky Sanctuary! Speed Battle may seem like a cash grab, but honestly, it's worth your time. And sadly, more than the actual game. It's been a few months since my last video, and I have never had so many comments before, so, yeah, let's go through them and address a few. A lot of what we have here go from nice video to go something myself. Yeah, that's YouTube for you. Now, something a lot of people ask me is about the Shadow Android because of one gag I made, and yeah, I didn't think of it, but, I mean, I was pointing out, oh look, another fake Shadow, not like something we haven't seen before. But Sonic himself never knew about the Shadow Androids. Now, please, stop telling me. I've already acknowledged my mistake in the comments. I get it, Sonic's never known about the androids. Thank you, okay? We're done? We're done here? Good, good. This one I get a lot of comments about. In Generations, it was made clear that classic Sonic was a younger child Sonic from the past, while modern Sonic in the present is the older version of the same character who has grown up over time. Fast forward to Forces, suddenly Eggman says,
"You've got a lot of nerve for a fight Sonic from another dimension."
That makes me wonder if Mike Pollock ever said, "Hey, are you sure this is right? I remember the line from Generations a few years ago." Nah, it's fine, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Now, I have 2,000 plus comments, all generally saying the same thing. When Classic Sonic returns to the past, it caused a split in the timeline, making the events of Mania. Therefore, Sonic comes from another dimension to be in Sonic Forces. And I gotta say, it's a good theory. And the Sonic fandom in general have a lot of good theories, and I remember a lot of the good ones on YouTube guessing what Forces' story would be like, and I'm not dissing every one of you. It's just, well, Sega and Sonic Team honestly wouldn't care about that sort of thing. They're more focused on marketing, profiting, and getting their games out there. I know it's upsetting, but the sad truth is they are not interested in consistency and continuity. They would never think of something clever like that, and even so, in the game, Tails recognizes him instantly and addresses him as the Sonic from the other dimension. And yeah, that's all there is to it. I mean, I know this is a topic a lot of people wanted to bring up, but I'm really sorry to disappoint you, but until Sonic Team changes, we won't get any fixes to that at all. Yep, I can't argue with that. Yep, true. And before I wrap things up, I'd just like to take a moment to say, after all this time being the Sonic Forces guy, I just wanted to make something clear. I don't hate this game. I do not hate Sonic. I have been a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog for a long time, and no matter what era it is, classic, adventure, or modern, the series represents a lot, and a lot of it just sorta sticks to our hearts. Whether you grew up playing a certain game or not, it's pretty clear that Sonic sticks to people in a way not many other things do. I've seen both great and possibly horrible things come from the fandom and communities as a whole. I know I've been hard on Sonic Forces, but I do that out of my love for the franchise because I want it to improve and grow and avoid more mistakes like this that could possibly send it to a bad road. This is the thing, with social media out there and people being able to criticize or make their own opinions, a lot of that stuff gets mixed in translation because a lot of people have different ideals, and it makes it harder for creators to please everybody, and that is very understandable. Regardless, Sega and Sonic Team have still cut corners in many regards. Anyway, enough of that. I'd like to thank everybody who watched the last Sonic Forces video. Thank you so much for your support. You are all amazing, and thanks to you, my channel has been able to grow. I want to make more and better content for you to enjoy, so hopefully I'll see you soon enough with the next topic. But until then, stay tuned and stay awesome!